Let's take a look at the next drill in our butterfly progression. So this is going to be a single arm butterfly, right arm only, and it is the counterpart to the left arm. So we're going to be isolating some things here and kind of building a progression for how we like to see that butterfly stroke being really built and felt through the water. So let's go over some of the key things here. We have three pieces of equipment. We're going to be using volo blades, which will really help enhance the feel of the catch here along the palm and also along the forearm. While also we'll be using a snorkel to assist us with the breath as we're introducing this drill. You can use the snorkel if you're going to either be introducing the drill or if your athletes might be struggling a little bit with some of the recovery portion or the catch. And then we're also going to look at fins here, and this drill will be performed with a flutter kick. That flutter kick can be performed at a moderate level here to help generate just some complementary propulsion. Let's go over the key items and what we look for. I'll start out here with a kick. We like to see those feet being pointed, which is achieved by the fact that we are wearing those fins right there. And then with that flutter kick, what we want to look for is going to be just what we say is a natural bend in the knee. So that natural bend in the knee is really important to complement the overall balance of speed and power with the kick. And we don't want anything to be excessive. So kind of what do we mean by that? Excessive would be kind of anything really approaching that 90-degree mark here. If we would be out of the water like this, what we'd be doing is just kicking a lot of air, barely making any contact with the water and not really moving that well through. Also, what we mean by that is if the legs are coming here under the body and the knees are kind of flailing up and down as we're moving through the water, then that's going to produce a lot of speed, but there won't be a lot of power behind the kick. The same idea kind of holds true if we just keep the legs straight. So you kind of see this here. This will generate a lot of power, but we, in our experiences, have found that this will lead to just a lot of burnout. So it'll be strong, but it'll be quick and it won't last very long. So it's really important that we keep those legs really nice and long as we are moving and then kind of traveling here through the water. As we mentioned, that this is going to be a single arm only on the right. We're going to wear a snorkel here again just to kind of keep that head to be nice and steady. Non-stroking arm here is going to stay up in the front, preferably along that frontal shoulder area. So take a look here at the arm coming out. We kind of like to see the arm kind of come out in this kind of a range right here where it's just kind of coming out of the water right here between the at the kind of the top of the hip or right along the suit of the body. You're going to have to find what's going to work best kind of for your athletes here. The recovery then is performed with a long arm. As the arm is coming out of the water here, what we want to see is the palm facing here behind us. And then as the arm is approaching this T, making a T here or a half of a T with the body, we want to see that palm kind of flip down so that the arm is going to be relaxed as it kind of comes over, relieving any tension or stress there then on the shoulder. What we like to see then is the arm also be very low here to the surface of the water. That way again, just we're really nice and long as we are moving through. Entry point wise, what we like to see for more advanced swimmers is going to be on top of that shoulder line right here. And for those developmental swimmers, we kind of like to see those arms coming outside the shoulders. So kind of see that boom right there. What we don't want to see from either level of an athlete is to come in front of that head. And then what we want to be able to do is stretch out that arm, press that chest down a little bit, activate that good kick. And if we're getting that good stretch here and press up in front, we should feel those hips here pop up a little bit. And then we just kind of keep performing that movement over and over again. So just the common things that we probably see here with this drill is going to be that the arms like to cross over a little bit. So just make sure that we're giving feedback to the athletes all the time about where those arms are landing. Underwater here, we see those feet here are being pointed, which is really, really great. And a thing that we didn't mention with the kick, so here as that foot is kind of going up right there, what we would want to think about is bringing that foot down and kind of thinking about like we're going to kick a ball. It might be a little bit easier to see actually with the other side right here. Perfect. So we kind of want to see this foot come down so that we're going to feel like we're going to be kicking a ball right there, and then bringing that foot to go back up. What we really want to see out of the kick is there's this turbulence level here. We like to call this white water, thunder kick, boiling water. It all means the same thing. But if we can get that kick really moving there, we should see a lot of this. It's actually on the takeoff view, really hard to see what's going on there. As we progress through, then on our way back here, so here, much better job actually on that right side. Look how low that arm is going over the water. That's perfect. Here we're coming in front of that shoulder. Perfect. And then we just got the strong kick here behind us. Again, one of the most important things to remember is to stretch forward that landing as we're going to be moving through. Overall here, really great job by our athlete. Very sound. Okay, underwater here now. Let's take a look at what's going on and what we want to see out of that catch. So here, again, along that landing, on top of the shoulder, really great job right there. Push through, get those fingertips to get down. So here what we see is, what we want to see is the hand be as close to being under the shoulder as possible. What that'll do is help generate the setup for this, which is going to be a power triangle. This is really what we want to see with our setup of our athletes. This power triangle is going to offer the best combination to set up for speed and power. So we see our athlete up here a little bit higher. What we would want to do is draw in a little bit closer to the body, so that way that elbow is set up, and then we can really fly through. Here we've got a really good job of tucking the head in between the arms. The chest is that deepest point, so we're setting up for a great foundation and to be able to let go of some of those pieces of equipment. Overall here, if you found some great value out of this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe.